测试一下音量，测试一下音量。Hello， 好，3月30号，BC 省最新的疫情通报马上就要开始，原定计划是1月11点半，还有5分钟。测试一下音量，测试一下音量。好，现场的音乐有了，本来音乐没有。好，我们再重播一下，现在是2020年3月30号，美西时间下午1点28分，原计划是1点30分，省政府会有一个例行的通报。本来每天是计划是3点钟，因为礼拜六是周末，所以他们是12点，通知今天是1点半，明天估计还是回到3点钟。那我们现在在等待，应该还是2位，一个是省政府的卫生厅的厅长 Andrew Dix， 还有一个是首席卫生官 Bonnie Henry。我是节目主持人许巍，我只是给大家有一个现场的解说而已。有时候翻译的不是很好，或者没有听清楚，请大家原谅。 请大家不要走开，应该马上就要开始。现在莫名其妙，音乐画面又变成省政府的实况的一个实况视频的画面，可能技术原因他们还在调试中。我们看到
Good afternoon. I'm Adrian Dix, BC Minister of Health.
好，他们已经出现了。
Provincial Health Officer for British Columbia. We're on
出场的还是卫生厅厅长 Andrew Dix。
and Esquimalt First Nations. Today is our first report since Saturday. I just wanted to, as we do, thank all of the people involved in preparing the information that we're reporting on, all the people, the BC CDC, the health authorities of the Ministry of Health, everyone who is involved in all of this. And with that, I want to introduce Dr. Bonnie Henry.
现在把话筒交给 Bonnie Henry。
Good afternoon. So we're reporting today on the last two 24-hour periods, and we'll start with through March 29th. We had a very small number of new cases reported that day, just 16. Which brought us up to 900. And then in the last 24 hours, we've had an additional 70 new cases, bringing our total to 970 here in British Columbia.
OK， 现在是这样，因为他汇报的是2个时间段，一个是前24小时是16个新增案例，上一个24小时是70个案例，但现在总数是970个。
now on Vancouver Island, 94 in the interior, and 14 in Northern Health Authority. We have at the present time 13 long-term care and assisted living facility outbreaks, all of which are in the Fraser and Vancouver coastal health areas. As of today, we have 106 people who are hospitalized with COVID-19, and of those,
现在是106个住院。
critical care ICU and HAU units.
还是比较多的，他因为今天说的是，刚才说的是，因为有两个24小时没有给大家通报，所以呢，他是分2个阶段，一个呢是我的想法，他是不想把数字一下子给得太高，他说前24小时是16个新增案例，后24小时是70个新增案例，那总数就是970个。
Recovering from this, and I think that's an incredibly important thing for us to remember. And my hands go off to all of the care teams in our hospitals who are looking after these people. We do have 2 additional deaths, both in the health region, and I can confirm the coroner's office has confirmed our first death in the community as a result of COVID-19. Due to privacy considerations, however, I will not be releasing the identity of this individual or any further information on this person. We've talked a little bit last week. We shared a lot of the numbers, the modeling that we're looking at, the preparedness activities we put in place here in the province of British Columbia. And we really are in a critical juncture right now in BC. And I said this before, but the next 2 weeks, we're in our second incubation period. This is a critical time for us, where we'll see if our hospitals that continuing trickle or if we're going to see dramatic increases. It's very hard to know right now, but I do think, as I said last week, that things that we were doing are making a difference. We are not through the storm yet. We have not yet reached our peak. We have more people every day who are in hospital and in our intensive care units. So we need to continue to do all we can across government, across our health system, and in our community. Every person needs to do their bit. And I know, and I'm very heartened, that most people are really taking this as seriously as we need and are supporting each other, are keeping their distance, but keeping connected in a virtual way. I want to talk again about the fact that we do have an order that prohibits gatherings of more than 50 people, but 50 is not a number that is to be taken lightly. 50, it was only a number there where we thought it was manageable to have social distancing, to ensure that that physical distancing is there. It doesn't mean that you can have 49 people at a house party. Those are the situations that cause this virus to spread, and it's going to spread to the people who are closest to us. So I need people to understand that small groups inside are a risk. Small groups and large groups outside are still a risk. We need to maintain those physical distances, particularly in the coming weeks, so that we can break those chains of transmission in our communities, in our families. In terms of our provincial readiness as well, we've got some supplies coming in. 19 of our major hospitals are now COVID-19 hospitals. They're primary sites. They're ready for this, and they're working hard to make sure that we can be prepared to care for people who have this disease, but also everybody else who needs our health system right now. On another positive note, for many, a new form of learning is beginning this week in British Columbia, ensuring that not only the children of our healthcare workers, but the most vulnerable children in our communities will continue to have the support they need from our education system. So it is back to school in a virtual way for children in the province now. We want and we need our children to continue to learn and to maintain those important social connections that they get through schooling, even though they're apart. So I encourage parents really to incorporate learning into everyday activities, that you have these opportunities with your children now at home. Things like writing emails or texting or having virtual groups with your friends, using the kitchen or the garden for science experiments, and using the new online resources from our education system to help out. So this is it. This is
好了，总算我的声音回来了，对不起啊，我只能把刚才我听到的都写在了评论区里边，请大家多多包涵，因为 YouTube 的质量问题，不是我这边的设备问题，是 YouTube 本身的，它可能一下子 server 有故障。那么刚才 Bonnie Henry 也说了，就是说，希望大家还是 social distancing。然后他也知道孩子们的读书很重要，因为今天应该是开学的。那么他说希望孩子们都在网上学习，也在这个通过邮件，通过发短消息给老师。当然，这个我相信各个学校的老师都在行动起来。目前还没有具体的措施，但我相信会慢慢恢复。
Involve all their families and friends, all those that took care of them in what is a really and truly difficult moment. As Dr. Henry has said, we have 106 people in acute care. That's 44 in Vancouver Coastal Health, 44 in Fraser Health, 6 in Interior Health, 8 on Vancouver Island, and 4 in the Northern Health Authority. And just to put that in context, because we've been reporting on this, we currently have 4,233 vacant acute care beds as a result of the measures that have been taken across all acute care sites, across all hospital sites in BC. I apologize because I think we're going to post this number and we didn't get to it, this information, so we didn't get to it, so I'm going to read it out and we'll be posting it subsequently. There are actually 19 sites, so we talked to 17 on Friday, 17
那么我再补充一下，现在在重症的话，重症我们叫 ICU 就是重症，重症现在有60个案例是在重症，住院是刚才我说了，给大家说了是106个，那么469个治愈。我们最近这2天在温哥华港湾的公众微信平台里边，也有很多人在讨论，也有编辑，我们的编辑在说这个 BC 省的独一无二的这个新的治愈标准，大家都在讨论这个问题。
Vancouver General Hospital, and on Vancouver Island, Royal Jubilee Hospital, and then Nanaimo Regional General Hospital with as a secondary site, Victoria General Hospital, which is part of that. Just to say that we've designated these 19 major hospital sites across the province to deliver care to the most critically ill patients and to maximize capacity. And this is what we spoke about when we talked about all of the models we presented and being prepared for the most pessimistic of the models. Vancouver Coastal Health is preparing, and Fraser Health and all the health authorities will be preparing off-site treatment centers, including, and you'll start to see this over the next few days, the Vancouver Trade and Convention Center, and the new tower at Royal Columbian Hospital will be 2 of those. The intention at Vancouver, the Vancouver Convention Center, at the Convention Center will be 271 beds, and at Royal Columbian 80 beds.
他在说的可能就是类似于我们传统上的方舱，但不一定是方舱医院。他现在讲的就是各个点，他重点提到了这个温哥华展览中心有这个271张床的能力。所以 Andrew Dix 现在在谈各个医院的容量问题。
We're also preparing additional beds in order to have a place for lower acuity or less ill patients to go and to be and to provide.
因为要调控哪些病人是需要住院，哪些已经转好要走，有些是轻症不需要住院，这些都要好好的统筹安排。
Visitors at all health authority owned and operated sites effective April 1st until further notice. This change makes it easier for individuals to avoid touching screens and buttons at payment kiosks that may have been touched by someone previously, and also supports physical distancing measures.
也注意请大家注意安全，在公共场所，像电梯的按钮啊，扶梯的扶手啊，门的把柄啊，这些都要注意安全，注意那个卫生，不要用手去触摸了之后再口鼻传染。最关键的还是人和人之间的社交距离要保证。
On PPE, which is a major question, especially masks, but other protection equipment for individuals, particularly for healthcare.
所以这里边他也提到了对 care workers 的防护问题，就他说的 PPE 就是个人防护服装装备，包括眼镜护目镜。以及这个就是 overall 的这个 cloth 衣服。
Our approach is focused around preparation, not desperation. There are 2 key pieces of work that I want to update you on today to provide more perspective on the work that we're doing to ensure an adequate supply of PPE and keep our health workers safe.
所以他在政府层面也在准备这些 PPE 的货源。
Supply of PPE. In the last few weeks, we've received several orders from various suppliers, including N95 masks, surgical.
上2个礼拜，他也接到了一些订单，那个订货的量，包括 N95 口罩。
Where our previous suppliers aren't able to provide the bulk, large quantity shipments that will provide us with the comfort we need to say that we.
也找到了一些供应商给我们的足够的这些 supply 供应物资，所以。
That's not to say there hasn't been success in large bulk orders. Just today, we received a shipment of 1 million surgical masks.
昨天为止已经收到了100万个医用口罩。
Ambulances and the extraordinary work done by ambulance paramedics in BC. We actually have fewer calls now. You might note that there are fewer people on roads, and I presume, and we'll have to assess this over time, fewer car accidents and other things that lead to ambulance calls. So on average, the average day is about 1,540 calls, and we've been at about 1,417 calls on average.
他也说到了每天收到的这些 call in 的量，当然有些是车祸啊什么，更多的1400多个打电话来咨询。这也是就是省政府关心的，就是具体的措施，他们容量能够不够服务。这个也是他负责的范围之内应该做的事情。然后他最后感谢就是这些我们辛勤付出的努力工作的医护人员。
And the average wait time at 811 calls yesterday was 1.3 minutes.
看到很多网友在慢慢进来，我再重复一遍，在过去的有2个24小时 ，Henry 医生做了总结，说一个是第一个24小时是新增了16个确诊案例，在过去的24小时，第2个24小时里边新增了70个案例，所以在这个周末一共增加了86个。因为现在 Andrew Dix 在说法语，我就再啰嗦一下。现在的 BC 省的总的确诊数是970个，其中106个是在住院，还有 还有469个已经治愈，60个在重症监护。
Chaque régie de santé compte des patients atteints de COVID-19. 472 se trouvent à Vancouver Coastal, 323 à Fraser, 67 sur l'île de Vancouver, 94 à l'intérieur et 14 au nord. Nous sommes attristés de signaler 2 décès supplémentaires liés au COVID-19 dans la région côtière de Vancouver, entraînant un total de 2 décès liés au COVID-19.
如果能够说一口法语，是多么的重要。至少不会说法语的话，不能做到这个政府层面了。
So with that, we're happy to take your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. And as a reminder for everybody on the phones, please press *1 to enter the queue. You are limited to 1 question only. Please also unmute your phones. You will not be audible until we call your name. So our first question is David Moko, CTV. Go ahead.
好，媒体问答时间。
Genuinely frightened. He says BC is not testing enough. More testing would make those who might be positive more likely to comply and self-isolate when he sends them home. Or that an unintended side effect of our testing strategy is people who are going home are then letting their guard down. What do you think?
他问的就是关于测试的 strategy 的问题。测试的政策一开始1月份说我们不够测试什么样？现在呢又说要大家自己回去自我隔离。所以他说到目前为止，现在这些有轻症的这些病人都做得很好，都按照我们的要求去做了。所以他们都是在自我隔离，在家里边。他说我们关注的是那些这些在医院里边的病人，这是他关键的重点。然后他说这个目前为止测试还是针对很有可能生病生这个他们确认为是要得肺炎的这些病人和人群去测试。到目前为止，这个策略他说还是对的。那当然了，我是解说，我把我认为，我告诉大家，我觉得仁者见仁，智者见智。有些网友说，这个因为测试数量不够，所以数字现在还好看。那也有些网友比较担心，就是因为测试不够，所以对我们的保护更加不够。然后他就说了希望大家还是待在家里，不要到这个店去，不要到那个店去能够不去就不要去。他说我们每个人都很焦虑。
The numbers that are really true, if you will, about the more severe cases are the numbers of people that we're seeing in our hospitals and the rate that people are coming into the hospital.
他是希望就是这个比率，就是住院的比率那个住进这个重症房的比率的人越少，那么对医疗系统的负担越小，那么这样就是越安全。所以这个里边就是有一个概念的问题，就是一个平衡的问题我们一般人认为治愈一般人认为的感染和他认为的需要去医院需要去住院需要去重症，他是去关心这个比例，而我们普通人关心的是我自己有没有感染到。所以这个可能就是政府和平民之间的一个矛盾点。
Next is Rob Shaw, Vancouver Sun.
Hi, Minister. I was wondering, could you just tell us what kind of patients are being moved out of hospital now to free up space? What kind of people are going to the Vancouver Convention Center? I know you say lower acuity, but could you put that in?
这位 Vancouver Sun 的记者问这个 Minister 是说哪些病人是要被转移到那个 Convention Center， 就是会展中心去的是什么标准？还有有些病人是希望他们出院的，他问他们这个标准是什么？
start. Right now, people who are moving out of the hospital are people who are waiting for placement in an alternate level of care. So many people are being moved temporarily into long-term care homes, for example. People who may have been in acute care bed for some time waiting for a placement. So instead of having their permanent placement, they're being moved into spaces in long-term care.
他说的是现在有一个临时的、长久的看护地方，不是医院，所以这部分人只要是不是开刀的，不是急着开刀的，没有严重生命威胁的，就慢慢移到那边去。但是这个也是一个临时的 long-term care home。
Into the Vancouver Convention Center this week. That is part of the strategy as we talked about.
他说现在也不是把所有符合这些条件的人慢慢移到这个 Vancouver 那个 Convention Center， 也是一个慢慢那个转移的过程。所以现在可以确认的就是，Vancouver 那个就是 BC 省的那个会展中心，可能不是我们说的方舱医院，就是治疗这些新冠肺炎病人的地方，而是把这些病人腾出来，腾床位在医院里边给这个肺炎的人，所以这些人是临时性移到那个 Convention Center。可能是我的理解错了啊。
So we're not expecting anybody in the near term to be there.
And just Rob, just to put it in context, our current occupancy is about 60.6%. Not about 60.6%, it's 60.6%. And our current critical care bed occupancy is 53.7%. The main group of people that we're not taking into hospital right now are elective surgeries, and you see the thousands of surgeries that have been canceled so far, which obviously
他说目前为止已经上千例的开刀已经慢慢都取消了或者延长了。
Patients have been moved out of the hospital. So the purpose of these alternate sites is to prepare for all scenarios. Right now,
所以所有的这一切是为了最坏的情况去做准备的。
So this is creating even more capacity than that.
目的是为了创造更多的容量，医院的容量。
2 days from now, you need a temporary hospital and put that together. So in all of the health authorities, we're preparing those sites, and at the Trade and Convention Center, I think I gave you the numbers. I'm just trying to recall. It was in the neighborhood of 200 additional beds, and that's a big enough site that you can in fact set up 2 separate hospitals treating 2 different types of people. So with 4,000 plus empty beds, we're not moving anyone there soon. But this shows our determination to be prepared for people, and also to ensure that people who may have less serious illness or recovering from treatment other than COVID-19 can continue to be separated from people who are dealing with COVID-19 in hospital.
所以他是希望就是已经在康复的或者已经在治疗的这些病人慢慢呢把这些医院的床啊资源呢就转移出去，把更多的资源床位呢是为这个肺炎患者去腾出来做准备，而把他们呢慢慢就移到刚才 Henry 医生说的社区的 long-term 的 care home 或者是 convention center。
Dr. Henry's comment earlier mentioning the coroner's office has confirmed our first death in the community as a result of COVID-19. Just wondering if you can define a death in the community. Is it just a death outside of a hospital or a healthcare center?
他说的是这个死亡的案例都是在医院里死的，还是在？
And it was as a result of COVID-19.
这个他的回答就是泛了，意思是都有，就是刚才那个男记者问的是到底是在这个中心呢？
Equipment that we use for a droplet transmitted infection like COVID-19. So you will have seen pictures of people wearing the face shields over.
这个女记者问的是个人防护问题，她觉得都是好措施。
And so yes, there's a lot of really innovative people out there who.
她说这些人都很有创造性。
And we have a whole group at the ministry who are validating each individual
它是个
3D printing of visors. Is
物
something
资源的保护是很关键的。
Hi. I couldn't see for sure in reading the order. How are you ensuring that there's enough qualified staff in each facility also?
Yeah, at Bali and at Harrow Park. So
如何去保护这些工作人员，不仅仅是从这个长期的，有些是短。
people to pick the place that the time being, everybody will be at and I just can't thank enough our union at the ministry who have been working day and night on this and to be able to best protect our facilities. So it's something that will be rolled out over time, focusing, of course, on where the need is most, which is the Lower Mainland, and that's started already. The request for assistance is around, and I know the number, I think it's up to 11 now that we have facilities where we have outbreaks. That's a very challenging time because we make sure that we put restrictions on what staff can do, on what visitors can come in, on what residents can do. And it is an exhausting thing to be managing an outbreak and to be working in those facilities. So I know there has been a request for assistance from others to come in and supplement the staffing in some of those facilities. And I'm also very grateful for the number of nurses and care aides.
很抱歉啊，今天这个 YouTube 的服务器不给力，断断续续，所以搞得我有一会儿看这个，一会儿看那个，没有很好的给大家解说。我始终强调我是解说，有时候我把它的意思我给翻出来。 所以我相信大家很多人都比我更在行、更懂、更研究，所以我不到位的地方、不确切的地方也请谅解。
I don't believe so. The latest I had on that was it was still remained at the individuals that we were, the one individual that was a staff person there. And you know, they did find out about this very early, and as I said, these very aggressive, they have now SWAT teams that go in to a facility to make sure we have the infection control pieces we need, the personal.
他说到就是这个护理中心里边有一个 staff， 是很早他们就发觉他有病毒，然后是怎么一个庞大一个团队，相当于这个防爆团队叫 SWAT， 他用了一个防爆团队的这个概念。 涵盖了各种各样专家，去怎么去控制到这个社区中心去消毒啊、隔离啊。
Monitoring them and waiting to see what's going to happen over the next few days. So we're not out of the woods there yet, but I know they have put in a lot of the important measures to try and, if people develop the illness, that it won't be spread to the next generation.
Next is Richard Zussman, Global News.
Dr. Henry, I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on the FDA's emergency use authorization of hydroxychloroquine in the treatment of COVID-19. Do you think Health Canada should follow suit? And what have been the early indications of the clinical trials so far here?
Yeah, so hydroxychloroquine is a drug that is approved for use in Canada for malaria. It's also used as a drug to help treat lupus.
说实话，这个没有完全听懂，就是关于这个药的什么养啊，什么中文，反正我觉得也很拗口。他现在那个有一个记者问的就是这个那个药的治疗问题。
I mentioned on Saturday that it has been used in some limited protocols in our long-term care facility outbreaks, but we don't know yet. We don't have enough data and time yet to know whether it's been effective, both as a preventive medicine. So if we give it to somebody who's been exposed, does that decrease their risk of developing the disease, or does it work to treat the disease? And there is a big, mentioned that as well, it's called Solidarity. There's a large studies being done around the world, and we're part of it here in BC with a number of our colleagues from UBC and BC CDC who have these protocols, and we unfortunately don't know the answer to that question yet.
Okay, Andrea Wu, Global Mail.
Hi, just following up on the earlier question about long-term care homes. As you mentioned, these facilities often rely on a complicated network of contracts and subcontracts for care and feeding aids, and they often work at multiple facilities. Will there be a review of contracting and subcontracting at long-term care homes?
这个女记者就是针对她刚才说的养老院护理人员这个跟踪困难，因为她说这个雇员方面比较复杂的问题，她继续追问。我估计也不是我们很多人太关心的这个问题。这个女记者意思就是这个合同这么复杂，有些是短期，有些长期，有些是临时什么。那么怎么去管理？那么现在他把 Henry 医生就把这个问题就抛给了 Andrew Dix。
Next is Dirk Meisner, Canadian Press.
Hi, Dr. Henry. You commented earlier about the doctor from Royal Columbian. I'm wondering if you have any comments to make on the former medical health officer from the North who, in an open letter, says the northern communities need more information about COVID patients there, and also he says you should shut down the work camps up there.
Yes, I know Dr. Bowering quite well.
这个 Canadian Press 就是加工社的问，哥伦比亚医院有一个医生写了一个公开信，他说他认识这个医生，反正我这件事情我不是很清楚，所以很抱歉，我没办法给出更多的解说。
Of every case in Northern Health, and like the rest of the province, every case is investigated. All the contacts.
他说每一个确诊案例都是会被调查的。
We are everywhere else. So people in those communities who are at risk know who they are, and they have been isolated. They have been quarantined.
他说就算是一个在同一个那个护理中心里边，也不一定清楚谁被隔离啊什么，不是很清楚。
As we have everywhere, is that every community needs to realize that we are not immune. There is no.
他希望每个人知道，每一个社区都知道，我们都不是免疫的，我们都不是免疫的。这个是希望大家再一次清楚。我觉得他这个话应该更多的是说给这个是我本人说的，应该说给更多的这个其他族裔听。我们的华裔已经，我相信。做得够好了，做得更比他要求的更多更严格，所以他们到现在为止都还没讨论，就是这个口罩，我们老百姓要不要戴口罩？你看他们的官员出来没有一个戴口罩，现在之前刚才谈的那个 Andrew Dix 说的这个 PPE 里边。也有说到口罩，也说到 health worker 要有口罩，但是从来不说我们这些平民要不要戴口罩。
In terms of the industrial camps, I mean, that is something that we've been working with, Northern Health in particular, but across the board in the North, many, if not all of them, have gone to a very reduced staff. For various reasons. We don't want as many people coming in and out of the community. They've done things like extending the length of time that people are there, going to safety staff only. I think it's important to recognize you can't just abandon a large mine or industrial site that's not safe. It's not safe for the community or for the environment as well. So Northern Health has been very active working with the industrial camps in the north to reduce the risks in those camps.
所以他也说到这个我们本省的北部地区，因为那边其实是医疗更加缺乏的地方。是怎么去降低风险？他用的是降低风险，在那边是降低风险。我相信原因大家也知道，人少地广。
Yes, Dr. Henry, you talked about the first case of COVID-19 related death in the community. So are you guys following up or tracking those people who is close contact with the man died in his residence?
他问的问题 ，Fairchild 的记者问的问题就是第一例社区传播的，你有没有仔细的去跟踪调查、观察这个案例？有谁跟他们接触过？他说我们都对每一个接触他的人都通知了。他说是通知了。
I know
hospitalization numbers are up significantly. You expressed some concern about that. The earlier briefing, you gave us sort of an idea of who's in hospital right now. Is it still primarily older people, or are we seeing a shift towards any other demographic than anything?
他问的也是住院的问题，有没有那个优先权？谁现在还在医院里边？他说的这个问题不是指 COVID-19 的新冠的病毒的患者，它是指其他的，因为要转移嘛。
Most people in hospital and certainly all of our deaths continue to be in older people. We've had very few. We've only had a small number, less than 5% of our cases are in people under the age of 19, and there was only one short hospitalization in a child that is no longer in hospital at the moment.
Okay, next question comes from Ashley Legasic from CFJC.
可能也是技术问题，问的人声音没有。
No. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Go ahead.
Hi, sorry, I was speaking. I wasn't on mute. Hi, Dr. Henry. We have heard from the Interior Health Authority about a seniors living community in Kamloops, Riverbend.
他问的是 Kamloops 的那边的情况。
COVID-19. Do you know of any confirmed cases at that property?
他说的是那个具体的，他不会说。他肯定不会说，就是具体的在 Kamloops 的一个楼盘，那个确诊情况。他只是说是一个长期护理院。他说他不知道。我相信他肯定知道，他只是不说。
One more question, but before we get to that, for any reporters that didn't get to ask a question today, there will be a statement released later this afternoon with all the information.
OK， 那么下午政府会把今天的简报作为公报会出来，也请大家敬请留意我们这个 BC 贝温哥华港湾的网站，会把这个省政府的最新的文字简报会公布出来。请敬请留意。好，最后一个问题是一个。
Hi there. Yes, it's just a question in French. I'm wondering if.
好，一说到法语 ，Dr. Harry 就走了。我估计 Dr. Harry 不会说法语。今天的 Dr. Harry 好像有一阵轻松。不知道你看他刚才的一个表情，所以这个就有点耐人寻味。他是觉得这个形势比较乐观呢，还是怎么样？大家有没有记得3周前的周末，礼拜六，他在公布死亡人数的时候，他一度说不出话来。而今天他刚才一个表情是很轻松的一个表情，因为那个记者要求他说法语，然后他就很轻松的一个表情就让给了 Andrew Dix。
nous efforçons d'établir des soutiens pour ces gens-là. Donc, dans ces cas et comme tas d'autres, y compris dans le monde agricole, etc., il faut travailler sur chaque cas et de considérer chaque cas comme important. Et c'est ce qu'on fait. Just want to say in conclusion that what Dr. Henry said at the beginning is what really applies for me and I think for everyone else, which is that we have to be into this now 100%. The next 2 weeks are absolutely critical for us. And daily reports are important for us, and they'll be continuing coming to provide information. But I have been so impressed this weekend to see how many people have been listening to what Dr. Henry has been saying, that this next 2 weeks is a critical 2 weeks. We have to be 100% all in. Every one of us has to be committed to it. And we can see, the good news is that we can see when that happens, that not just the healthcare system is breaking the links of transmission, but all of you are.
他始终强调每个人要 commitment 我们有时候习惯把中文和英文夹在一起 commitment 就是下决心，我们每个人下定决心自己做好自己的事情就是自我隔离，不是自我隔离就是社交保持社交距离。那么这样再坚持个几个礼拜，情况会越来越好。你看我们的 Henry 医生今天比较面带微笑， 好了，这个今天的新闻简报会就到此结束，感谢大家的收看。明天不是3点就是1点半，敬请留意我们的港湾 TV，我们到时候也会在实况转播。我说实话，我是解说而已。好，谢谢大家的收看。